gang war across countries is the larger concept of the film. So tell me about it.
Yeah, it's not about gang war. It's basically the politics across the border politics. That's what we wanted to say. I mean, right from the title, the film talks about the bigger politics with respect to the borders, with respect to the nations, and how we are seeing people coming into your country. I mean, every country has a different policy, and that's what we wanted to. We comment about that in the film. It's not like we want to criticize about the policies, but we wanted to show the reality in a gangster film. That's it.
Okay, but it's interesting. I speak Tamil. I'm a Tamil.
Okay, okay, okay.
We can. So London, Madurai, Jaipur, Rameshwaram. The film is set across these four places.
Yeah,
Go to these places, or did you recreate stuff? Tell me about the process.
yeah. So basically, Madurai, London, and then it's actually some Iran-Afghan border, but we shot in Jaipur, so it's not actually Jaipur. So we wanted to show that it's an Iran-Afghan border. So, but we couldn't go there, so we shot in Jaipur. That's the thing. And then Rameshwaram for a portion where we show about that Elam War portion was shot in Rameshwaram.
Okay, so while writing the script, when the script was written, this is a very interesting kind of a thing, because we usually see this kind of films in set in hinterlands of India, or probably different parts of India largely. Now you decided to take this entire location to a foreign country and then have the fight there, the people who recruited and the story that is there.
Yeah.
How did you think of taking it overseas like this in the script formation? Because your films have always been quirky, right? From Pizza to so many things. There is a quirk to it. So why did you
Yeah.
choose a foreign location?
Well, because the thought first came from there. I mean, I just wanted sort of mix this culture or the world of the West and then our Indian thing, and especially the gangster thing came in. But then when I decided that I'm going to make completely a film in a foreign land, I just felt there's another story which I always wanted to say is about what a foreign land means to us. Is different from what it means to different people. Like for me, I worked as an engineer. I went to US to work as a software engineer. For me, a foreign land was something more exciting, more like a fantasy going there and all that. And I know a lot of my friends who just go for a tour, and then for them it's all exciting to go for a foreign tour. But then when I actually came to know about this, the word immigration or the word refugee and all that, and how different it is for them to, and the reason why they actually cross the border is by losing their land or their home for different reasons like war or financial crisis or something, and how they see it, it's like a totally different world. So I just wanted to make this as a film in a gangster backdrop. That was the idea. That was the start.
And you created Little Madurai.
Yeah, yeah. So because that's because when I go to New York, I was in New York or in London, there is something like Little Italy, Chinatown, and all that. So when this film character like Surli is coming from Madurai, I somehow felt why not he create a Little Madurai there. That's how it came in. Yeah,
But there isn't a Little Madurai yet. Right? It is.
yeah. It is. It's not. It's yeah.
Okay, tell me, what are the stories that attract you, and the kind. What is that? The quirk in your stories is quite evident across the films that you've done. What are the stories that attract you, and why do you write the way you do? Is there any trigger? Like you said, this is more of an immigration thing that you also incorporate in this film. But what are the stories?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's not like generally because I somehow like stories which I read or I see the films or something, but one which connects to me emotionally is what to say. It's different. Like for example, I like something like a complete gangster film that is has nothing, but it's out and out action. It also attracts me, and I would enjoy a lot of films like that. And I also love film which is like completely emotional dramas. There's no action, nothing, and this is straightforward relationship dramas. So I think the stories always, I mean, any story that could connect to you in some point, it can be either the magnanimous of it or the making of it, or it can be just a small touch which it makes you feel for the characters. all of this kind of stories attract. Yeah,
You have humor as an important part of your film. There is a
yeah,
certain tadka of humor that you already always have, which also softens and humanizes the character, right? There is.
yeah, yeah. I think basically me as a person is also like that, and also like we always love to see something, and then at some point we try to humorize it. I mean, any sort of situation. Uh, I think initially maybe tough, and then slowly you start off that humor actually gives you strength to move ahead. I mean, to see life so easily. So I think even my characters, whenever I write, I feel they should have a humor. It can't be like so serious always. It sort of gets boring.
And you've been a huge fan of Rajni sir, and
Yeah, yeah.
this film does it have shades of him? Because
So it's not like it has some references. Say we have used his song in a very important place towards the climax. Urvan Urvan Mudalali song we used. I wanted that song because yeah, first it's a Taleva song. Second is the meaning it talks about. Like man in me, the money then in Kasi, because the film also talks about how people are greed about the land and all that. So and also there'll be some references about him. When it comes to performances, I mean, even from Jigadanda, whenever I write something, I always imagine like what I mean, how did this ever perform this? So I think it subconsciously comes in, and I think I can't avoid it.
and tell me about working with Santosh Narayan. What beautiful songs! I really love Buji. It is such a beautiful song. And apart from that, of course, you've had Dhanush also sing. So, do you think the songs will overtake Kolavari because he's known for Kolavari? Do you see any of your songs to take over that kind of a rage?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have that whatever as a target to overtake that because that is something phenomenal. But this one, like we are making a song for the film. But Santosh is someone who, especially like say for Rakita Rakita song, this became a huge hit. And when I said it's an introduction song of the character, he also was very keen that okay, it will be an introduction song for the cat in the film, but whoever doesn't even know about the film when they listen to the song also should be able to relate it. It's not that only if they see the film they could relate. That's how he even the lyrics was written like that. I mean, it will connect to you personally. I mean, not like just for the hero of the film. It just connects to you personally also. So I think that's what made the connect to the audience, and then this song has become a big hit.
Also, tell me the title of the film is also inspired by Rajni sir.
No, I mean, yeah. See, I was Surli was the character name initially, and then we had that as a working title. I also had one more title for this film, and but I couldn't get that title because it was not available for us to register or something. Then I was searching for a word which will actually tell more about the film as such, not like because people got used to Surli because whoever the team we were working, the working title was Surli. And then at some point, even the producer and even Dhanush wanted, they suggested, let us make the title as Surli itself. But I said I didn't want that protagonist name to be the title of the film, and I wanted some word which actually summarizes the film thing. And then when I was listening to songs randomly, this Ninitale Inikim song that has its lyrics Jagame Tandiram, I suddenly felt this word actually summarizes what the film is talking about. So that's when I felt, and also like additionally, it's from a Talaiva song, which it excites me more. So I kept the title.
Okay, lovely. How do you? Okay, also tell me how do you see the world of bilinguals, trilinguals? Because now, because of OTT, there is no barrier in languages. People can watch all kinds of content without feeling intimidated about language. It's not a barrier anymore. So, how do you see this film? Reach audiences which are not necessarily Tamil speakers.
Yeah, so I think that this barrier of the language has been slowly breaking when it comes to cinema, and people are open to watch other language films with subtitles, or even with say Netflix. I mean, we are watching something like a Money Heist in talking Hindi. I mean, and all that. So even this film Jagametandram is being dubbed in like 17 languages. So it's actually kind of breaking the barriers.
Also, tell me your association with Netflix. How did that come about?
Yeah, basically, this film especially was made for initially it was made for theaters, and because of this pandemic, and producers had some other constraints, and they wanted to give it to OTT, and then when so they gave it to Netflix. So, but right from that time, the association with Netflix has been very exciting because we could actually see the film is actually becoming more and more global in every step they make. Yeah, and then releasing it in 190 countries with 17 languages, dubbed in 17 languages, sort of gives a different appeal to the film, and it's also very new to know what audience are thinking about the film, because so far it's been different. It's theater. You right away walk into a theater with the audience, and then you see, okay, this film is being received this way, so they like this scene, they don't like this scene, and all that. But now, since it's on Netflix, so it's sort of it's taking its time for it to reach me, like how the audience are actually perceiving the film. I'm not talking about the reviews and the things. I'm saying the general audience when they see, but it's quite good and exciting, and this experience itself is very new and exciting.
Also, the fact that I wanted to ask you about when you work with superstars like Dhanush, does the script incorporate an image that he already has, or you try and break that image through your writing?
Well, with like someone like Dhanush, I think he sort of adds value to the script, not by changing something for him, but sort of elevating the character with this performance style. I mean I like. I mean, like say even we say humor. When I write that the humor is different, and the way like Dhanush performs it, it sort of elevates it. Maybe different actors would perform it differently, and it would have gone to a different level also, but the way Dhanush elevates it to a different level, I mean, I think that's what an actor is actually adding value. So we are not actually changing anything to for the actors. I think actors comes and elevates that scene. That's what I see them.
And tell me about working with Dhanush, the experience of working with Dhanush.
Yeah, it's very, very because I know him as a really great performer, and to work with someone like that, it's really exciting, because when you he just reads the script, and then he's just read the script twice, and then after that he is actually into the character, and then the small nuances he adds to the character all is like really exciting, and even some really like an emotional scene or very strong scenes. I was looking forward to see how he's going to perform, and when he does something which we actually didn't expect, and it's also very good, it kind of excites a filmmaker to work with a performer like that.
Also, the film talks about xenophobia, the fear of foreigners. There's a certain level of that also in the film. So you
Yeah.
be careful while writing the script because it's going global now. It's not just restricted to one region.
Yeah, I mean, I think this concept of xenophobia, white supremacy, and all that, and all, it's always there, exists in West and all that. So it's very new for our audience. I mean, these terms, like for Tamil audience, I know it will be new, and someone would come and say that they didn't understand, or someone would come and say, no, it's not happening. Actually, you are not saying that. It's not like this. It's not happening like this. But I know what we are told is truth, and it's happening everywhere. But since now it is being going outside India also, I think people watching there, they could also relate. I mean, I see a lot of personal messages talking about the film, and they say, "Yeah, I have experienced this, that, and also it's good
Did any
that
of
it is getting connected to the audience." Yeah, yeah.
did any of your foreign actors learn Tamil, or did you teach them a couple of Tamil words?
No, because and also I was very keen, like whenever, because I've seen a lot of films with foreign actors. Definitely, they end up saying at least one dialogue in Tamil or something. So I didn't want that to happen. I even the script also we just felt. I mean, he's not going to utter any word in Tamil. I think the only Tamil word he uttered is Madurai. I think because he said little Madurai. Yeah,
Okay. So all the best for the film, and I think
yeah. Thank you.
it's already making its noises. The people are watching.
Yeah,
So all the best for it, and whenever you are in Dubai, let's meet up for a face-to-face.
sure,
Yeah? Thank you very much. Thank you.
sure. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you.